Alright guys, so we have some good news for Global Dokkan. Looks like update 3.14.0 is coming to Global very, very soon. These will include all of the recent updates that JP has gotten. After this, Global will be on track with JP completely in terms of these sort of quality of life updates. Although I have seen talk from the French data miners that version 4.0 is coming soon for JP Dokkan. But at least for the moment, Global is going to be caught up with a lot of these really nice features that are coming. Now, there is a post over here in the Dokkan subreddit where all of the features are sort of like very neatly and nicely organized by this dude, SSJ Beast over here. So here's the upcoming new things for Global. The virtual Dokkan Ultimate Clash, of course, is Dokkan Battlefield, which I could give you guys a quick little look at in a second. Added the previous deck and clear record functions. So, every time you do a stage, after you complete the stage, you beat it. When you go back to enter that stage, the very first, team that will pop up when you're, selecting your team will be the team that you beat that stage with last. It's a very useful feature. A good example of why this is a very good thing is, if you guys know, there is the Master Roshi training event every day and the Hercule tournament every day where, you bring your Peppy Gals team or your World Tournament team to get the extra drops. Now, every single time after you complete it that first time, you go back in, that will be in your previous deck. So it's very easy to just hop in that event. You've got your previous deck right there, so you don't have to constantly be changing and swapping teams, remaking teams. It's a good way to help us out because there's so few team slots and, 30 or so, functioning teams right now. So the previous deck feature is incredible. We also have this clear record function, which basically is a leaderboard, of who beats events the fastest. Now, this did lead to some shenanigans on JP where, as soon as they became available for everyone to see, it's like, oh, here's this person who obviously modded impossible times left and right. And it led to a notice being put in the news on JP about possible bans coming for, misconduct or modding, but nothing ever came of that. So I would not be surprised if we see a similar notice in the news soon for Global, because I'm sure it's going to be fairly obvious to you guys when you see modded times and stuff, especially for something like, Super Battle Road. But as of right now on GP, there have been no repercussions for people who have modded. Now, this is pretty good. The hidden potential buffs now carry over to Great Apes, Giant Ape characters, Giant Namekian characters. It's not enough to make them, good, but they certainly are a lot better than they used to be. Because now Great Apes can crit and get additional attacks. Very, very helpful right there. Characters whose hidden potential routes you can unlock, the character will now glow blue in the hidden potential screen. Again, I'm going to show this on JP in 1 second so you guys know exactly what it looks like. And then battle icons will be displayed when attacking. So if you stun an enemy, seal an enemy, lower an enemy's attack, anything like that, those icons will display when dealing damage. So let's just take a quick look at this. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's any real info here that we did not cover. Okay, let's go ahead and hop over into the game. Okay, here we go. So now, actually, I will also turn the volume on. Boom. Okay, that should be good. All right. So the first thing I do want to show is that hidden potential sort of feature right here, where it will glow blue when we have a certain character. Words. God damn it. When you have dupes for a character, right? I don't know. Let's just pick Rose. Notice I have 3 paths I still have to fill in. If I had an undokkaned AGL Rose, he would be glowing blue to indicate that I have dupes of him available. Kind of like this Kid Vegeta right here, the Super Strike Kid Vegeta. He's glowing blue, indicating that I do have dupe copies of him that I can feed in. So this is going to be very helpful, I think, for newer players who have not really like memorized, you know, every unit in the game and stuff like that. Because, you know, I've heard of people like bobbing like LR Broly because they didn't know he was an LR, and, you know, kind of like just the dumb stuff like that. That can, I think, more easily be avoided now with that sort of feature right there. All right, so now let's go take a look at the clear time and the last deck feature. And I guess also at the same time, we can also take a look at what happens like when you lower an enemy's attack and that pops up on screen. So here, let me just bring up the Universe 7 team. So here is the last deck feature. As you guys can see, the last team that I beat this stage with was indeed the Representatives Universe 7 team, right there. So it's blue, indicating that that's the last deck one. And then this little button right here, the record, which shows, you know, the highest times that people have beaten these stages, you know, the fastest. You know, you can see what all of your friends have done in terms of actually beating that stage and in what time. So let's quickly hop into the stage right here and hope that we got... Yeah, okay, we got LR Goku Frieza in the first slot, which is perfect. So we can show off what happens when an enemy, you know, gets hit with a stun or a seal or an attack lowered. Any of those effects will now pop up. It's very helpful, I think, actually. That change, so you can know, like, oh, this character, you know, just stunned him, or this character just sealed him. Like, you'll be able to know immediately on impact, which is very, very helpful. It also confirmed that, you know, having additionals will help you with stun chances, because let's say the first super attack does not stun him, but the second super attack can stun him, so, you know, that sort of thing could happen. Okay, so let's just go ahead and do a super attack. We'll one-hit KO this Piccolo, and we'll also see the attack and defense lowering effect of LR Goku and Frieza. So, you know, these are the upcoming new changes to Global, which should be coming... I think this is coming on Wednesday, is what I saw on Twitter. So very, very soon. So there, as you guys can see, right underneath the damage, there is a symbol that, you know, on that attack right there, Piccolo's attack was lowered as well as his defense. Both of them were lowered. And then just the very last thing that, of course, will be coming to Global is Dokkan Battlefield. So I presume... Here, let's just hop in and I'll, you know, kind of give you guys a brief idea and sort of summary of what Dokkan Battlefield is. It's not too difficult, but I think the number one thing I'll be very interested to see is what rewards Global is going to get. Like, because Global has never gotten the physical LR Ginyu Force that JP got from, you know, original Dokkan Battlefield. This is Dokkan Battlefield 2.0. which Global is just now getting. So I wonder if they're going to get that physical LR Ginyu Force. I do think it's probably very likely, but we'll see. Now, I don't have any of the Ginyu Force dupes or anything here in the Baba Shop because I purchased all of them before, but there was 5 copies of the physical Captain Ginyu card. He does start out as an SSR Captain Ginyu, so you can use the Int Captain Ginyu, you know, the one that will be available on an Int type day from the free-to-play Ginyu Force team. You can use him to easily raise the super attack level of physical LR Ginyu Force. This is also where you get the extra dupes for the Tech LR Ginyu Force. If you guys notice, there is one missing that was given out as part of the LR Frieza campaign, which I presume Global should get fairly soon. There is also the LR Metal Cooler. You could purchase 5 copies of him here, but it takes a lot of Battlefield medals to get all the copies of LR Metal Cooler. We have free-to-play SCR Super Saiyan 2 Angel Goku and a physical Majin Vegeta. Those 2 units are pretty solid, but I think in order for them to be really useful, they do need to be rainbowed. And then, of course, we just have, like, Battlefield medals and, you know, just a whole bunch of other sort of random things, including some limited orbs that you can pick up, you know, some Elder Kais, just a lot of other kind of miscellaneous things. So here is Dokkan Battlefield. One of the big things to consider with this is that in order to participate, the unit does have to be at the UR level or higher. So only URs and LRs are actually even capable of participating in Dokkan Battlefield. So you do want to make sure you've got, you know, all of your units awakened and everything. And it's very simple. You know, you just sort of hop in, there's a number of stages to beat. Lately for JP, there has been 10 stages. What I do is I just use 120% teams, essentially, to take these down, rather than trying to use category teams, because it's a lot to consider with category teams, right? Like, and especially going up against, some units might end up with type advantage, some might end up with type disadvantage. It can be very messy, whereas you just bring a 120% team and you'll have type advantage the whole way through. So this Ginyu is int right here, so we will bring physical. Now, the other big thing about Dokkan Battlefield is the sub-leader skill. So we're going to bring LR Cell as our leader here, because he gives extreme physical, 4 key, and 100%, right? He's that type of leader. So we'll bring him, boom. The second unit I'm going to select is physical final form cooler. Then his leader skill will also activate. The first 2 units you select, leader skills will activate because you do not bring a friend. So now we'll have LR Cell with the 100% and 4 key, and then we'll have Cooler with the 120% and 3 key. Very, very helpful. And then the rest of the team will just fill in with these, sort of powerful extreme physical type units. We'll go ahead and hop in the stage. And again, you just sort of go through the different stages like this. It's very basic. The one thing that does have me pretty disappointed is that they have not yet ever changed up the roster of enemies you fight. We have fought the exact same enemies every single time in Dokkan Battlefield 2.0 here. So I hope sometime soon they might decide, oh, hey, you know what? We'll go ahead and switch it up. How about we actually give you some different opponents? How about you go through, a bunch of tournament of power opponents, right, Cell? Tell them. Fight like UI Goku, Evolution Blue Vegeta, fight a Jiren, fight God Topo, fight Kefla, or then we go through all the Cell Saga characters, something like that, rather than this, just the same, cast of characters every single time, getting a little bit played out. But there you go, guys. There is what Dokkan Battlefield is like, just like that, sort of burn our way through. There are a lot of really good rewards. You get potential orbs every month, Elder Kais every month, a ton of, Battlefield gems as well. And of course, this is something that resets every month as well, at least for JP. I think it should, reset monthly for global as well. So that is something that will be coming at the same time. So, all right, guys, with that, I think we are going to go ahead and finish up the video. That should go over pretty much all of the sort of upcoming changes that Global is going to be getting, all of the updates. Dokkan has continued to shower us with updates throughout this year, which has been very good. And I look forward to seeing what other quality of life improvements Dokkan will push on us very soon. So, thanks for watching, guys, and I will catch y'all next time.